This is Sheila's Take, a podcast where you can hear my take on everything: love, hate, relationships, family, and today's issues. I'm your host, Sheila Dunbar. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to dive into a topic that hits close to home for me and maybe many of you: the tongue. Specifically, how we can tame our twisted tongues so they become tools to bless others. This is an admirable goal that requires self-awareness, practice, and a shift in mindset. The book of James has a lot to say about the power of our words. In James 3:5, it's compared to a small spark that can set a great forest on fire. That's quite a visual, isn't it? It reminds us of the impact our words can have, whether for good or for harm. Now look, I've always been one to fly off the handle and say things and then regret it later. My tongue became a weapon that I used when I was feeling attacked or hurt. Many of my relationships ended because of my twisted tongue. I ruined them because I said the first thing that came out of my mouth to win an argument or a discussion. So, how can we tame our tongues and turn them into blessings? Well, it all starts with awareness. Pause before you speak. One of the main causes of a twisted tongue is speaking without thinking. That was me. The first thing that would come out of my mouth would be daggers. I didn't think about what was coming out of my mouth. All I knew was I wanted to make that person feel the anger I was feeling. Take a moment to collect your thoughts before you utter words that can potentially harm or offend others. This pause allows you to consider the impact your words might have. We need to catch ourselves before our tongues go off on their wild adventures. It's like having a pet tiger. You need to keep it on a leash. I'm just joking, but you get the idea. Choose your words wisely. Words have the power to build up or tear down. So it's essential to be intentional with the language we use. Try kind, affirming, and constructive words that uplift and encourage. Think about how your words would make you feel if you were on the receiving end. I know some things that I said in the past to others. If those things were said to me, I wouldn't like it. So just think about your words. In verse 8, James says, "But no human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil, full of deadly poison." I mean, James, he's bursting our optimistic bubble here, right? But he gives us hope in the very next verse. He says that with the tongue, we bless our Lord and Father, and with it we curse people who are made in the likeness of God. That's a powerful reminder, right? Don't you think? Our tongues are capable of blessing and cursing. So let's focus on the blessing part. We can start by changing our mindset and our perspective. That's what I had to do. Sometimes it kind of creeps up on me and I have to remind myself and I have to stop. Instead of seeing our words as weapons, let's see them as gifts we can use to encourage, inspire, and lift others up. Cultivate empathy and compassion. Again, put yourself in the shoes of others to develop empathy. Recognize that everyone is fighting their own battles, and your words have the power to either add weight to their burdens or lift them up. Choose compassion over judgment and seek to understand before you respond. Practice makes perfect, they say, right? So practice the art of kind and affirming words. Think of it like a tongue boot camp, right? Start by being mindful of what comes out of your mouth. Is it positive? Is it helpful? Let me ask you a question. Does it build others up? If not, then take a step back, rephrase, and try again. Be aware of the impact of gossip. Gossiping often leads to a twisted tongue, as rumors and harmful words can spread really quickly. refrain from participating in gossip. And when you are tempted, try and redirect the conversation to something a little bit more positive. Use your voice to encourage unity and foster a healthy environment. Try and lighten the mood with lightheartedness and some laughter. Also, during conflicts or misunderstandings, choose a calm and respectful approach to address the issues at hand. Instead of engaging in a heated exchange, aim for a constructive dialogue that seeks resolution and some understanding. I come from a family, oh my goodness, we would have arguments over the silliest conversations, all because of how something may have been said. Most times it was because everyone wanted to get their point across and no one was listening. Try and practice active listening. Taming your twisted tongue involves not only controlling what you say, but also how you listen. Actively listening to others, giving them your full attention and seeking to understand their perspective. You know these preteens. They know everything, right? But the majority of the time he doesn't, because I haven't even finished speaking. He's hearing me, but he's not listening. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences can also make a huge difference. Like they say, you are the company you keep. If we spend time with people who inspire us to speak kindly, it'll rub off on us too. It's like having teammates in our mission to tame our twisted tongues, right? Remember, humor can be a great friend in this journey. Laughter has a way of diffusing tense situations, making it easier to think before you speak. Listen, a well-placed joke or humorous perspective can ease communication and prevent potential hurtful words from being spoken in heated moments. So embrace the gift of laughter and let it be your secret weapon to taming that tongue of yours. Let's keep in mind the power of our words and how we can use them to bless others. It may not always be easy, but with practice, mindful, positive influences, and a good sense of humor, we can tame our twisted tongues. It's a process that requires a lot of patience and commitment. Don't expect perfection overnight, but rather revel in the progress you make as you cultivate a tongue that blesses, encourages, and builds up others. Tame that tongue one word at a time and watch the blessings unfold. Until next time, keep twisting your perspective and embracing a life of love and kindness. Join me next time where I will continue to discuss more of today's issues. You can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, or even send me an email at Sheila'sTake@outlook.com for topics you would like discussed or if you would like to be a guest on Sheila's Take. I'm your host, Sheila Dunbar. Until next time, blessings to you.